Olivia and Nick. You guys have both, persuasion's kind of like a thing you always have in your life or in subject matter. Like, it's in everything. It's in there's psychological ways to handle it. There's communication. It's kind of all over the place, and everyone's had experience with it. But what are some of the ways you might use persuasion? Like, why would you use it?
Persuasion is like another word for convincing. So if you're trying to convince someone something, it's another way of saying you're trying to persuade someone to do something.
Yeah.
If you want or need something, you might persuade someone into doing what you want or need.
Or maybe somebody's doing something you don't like, so you persuade them to not do whatever it is they're doing, or change whatever it is that they're doing, convince them to do something different.
Yeah, that makes sense. And it's kind of like how you would do that. You could go about like showing them all the negative things that what they're doing causes, or vice versa, showing all the positive things that.
The difference between persuasion and convincing is you don't have to convince them it's bad. Persuading them is like giving them facts, saying, okay, this is why it's bad, this is why it's bad.
Yeah, that's one of the major parts of persuasion is facts and support and confidence in the situation. Okay, and then I like to hear about stories. So when has persuasion worked for you, and another example of when it hasn't? So like, when have you tried to persuade someone or do something and use that and hasn't been successful?
Well, in one way I've tried to persuade someone is like in sports. I've tried to persuade them to join a team and why it would be good for them. Again, it's like convincing, but persuading someone, I was trying to motivate them into it rather than,
Yeah.
I have a friend who likes to buy lotto tickets, or scratch tickets rather, and every once in a long while he'll get one, and it'll say winner on it with some small amount, like $20-$40. But I try to bring numbers, facts to the table when it comes to the amount of money he's spending on the tickets in the first place. It's kind of counterintuitive to think that a winner is really a winner when
You've already spent that much money investing in it. Yeah, no, those are great examples. I like that you guys are kind of like showing me positives and negatives of persuasion. It's important. Okay, so we all can agree that persuasion can be negative and can have negative connotations. Do you guys, like you're saying, you've talked about a lot of them. But would you consider it a bad thing to be persuasive?
It depends on whoever's being persuasive, their motive. I think it can be used maliciously. I mean, you could have bad intentions for someone, and you could probably even lie and still be persuasive. And with maybe negativity in mind. So I guess maybe persuasion can be bad. It doesn't have to be.
But it can, like all good and bad things, has its potential to go either way. So I took a psychology class last quarter, and I really liked it. I know you took a psychology class. I don't know if you've taken a psychology class.
Intro.
Everyone's taking a psychology class nowadays. And it's interesting to see how some psychological theories work with persuasion. And that's actually the article I decided to talk about and use as some more information. It's titled 10 Psychological Theories on Persuasion. Some of them include conversion theory, priming, reciprocity norms, social influence, the Yale attitude approach, as well as ultimate terms. Those are kind of weird to hear just like as a list, but we see them in our everyday lives all the time. Like, I mean, priming is a prime example. I mean, you're raising a daughter, you're kind of like setting her up for her existence in her life. She's going to see and do things that she sees you do and observes it. And it's kind of like you're persuading her to be
She'll be
an
influenced.
adult.
Yeah, psychologically.
I think that's so cool. And I mean, reciprocity norms, like that's we see that all the time. It's like quid pro quo. You want to get favors done to you, but you have to do those favors in return. Like it's everywhere. And like social influence, especially with social media and everything, it's everywhere. We see it daily, sometimes multiple times a day. It influences us a lot more than we would like expect it to. Like we don't see how much it influences us. But like, I mean, we'll send each other memes throughout the day. It's like that's just kind of a natural thing that comes to us. Like we're persuading each other to laugh and enjoy this subject or this item. Like
Expecting something back.
Yeah, that can happen too. I thought the Yale attitude approach was actually like, it's something you never really think about, but it plays a factor. Like persuasion. Okay, the Yale attitude approach. I don't know if you guys know
What is the Yale attitude approach?
It is. It's a study that Yale did on people who do presentations and they speak in front of groups, and it's pretty much just saying that being a credible person, having positive things about you, and being a pleasant speaker, and being approachable, and having a good disposition and even approaching certain demographics, can make you more persuasive. People will believe you more if you're confident and knowledgeable and just have that
I was
positive
like the other
disposition.
day, Robin was saying things to me, and I was just sitting there going, "Really, really?" Because she just kept saying it like, "Hey, did you know this?" I was like, "Really?" And she's like, "See, you just believe me because
I say it with confidence,
Yeah.
and I believe in.
I would
what
have
I'm
believed
saying.
everything she was telling me. She could have told me the president died, and I would have believed her because of how confident she is."
Okay, so I'd like to thank you guys again for sitting and talking with me. This is great. Persuasion is a thing I feel like I excel in, and if you need any help, let
I'm
me know.
convinced.